And now, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Interlude Media. Spell that right, NTRLD_media. I'm your host, Nick DeSantis. You might know me as Nicky Nicknames, though. And I'm joined by my co-host every time, holding it down on the ones and twos. That is Todd Roshong. But folks, you might know him as T-Row Price because that man understands the return on investment. And this right here is the Interlude Pod, an idea to an idea, a podcast where two friends are just chopping it up regarding the latest news you didn't know you needed to know, with the hope of teaching you something new and us how to run a podcast. And folks, I would be remiss if I don't mention this, that each one of these episodes is mixed, mastered, edited, and produced by none other than One Time Productions. So T, take it away with the agenda. What do we got wrong today?
Good to be back, Nick. Missed out on last week's recording. That's all right. We are going to jump straight in to everyone's favorite this week. We're going to go right into the WD-40 section. We got to know what's grinding your gears this week. After that, a little bit of this just interlude. We got some news going around the world. Small world, big world, affecting everybody. We were supposed to have a Navidius Wilburn segment last week, not as relevant this week, but we're going to bring it up. Wrap it up with some spins and flips, see what the record count's looking like.
Sir.
We might have some books that we want to talk about. We'll see, to be determined. And as always, you know that Nicky Nicknames is going to take us out with some inspiration. So, with all that, that's right. So with all that said, Nick, we didn't get a chance to chat last week. That's all right. But some things have transpired over the past 2 weeks, particularly in the sports world. And for the folks who are tuning in, we're recording this on Tuesday, October 21st. Today being the opening tip-off night.
Give me a second, though. Turkey Tuesday.
It is a Turkey Tuesday. We normally record these on Mondays.
We had to warm it up, you know.
That's all right. We know we normally record these on a Monday, but when we get them on a Tuesday, got to shout out the turkey. So anyway, with it being Tuesday, October 21st, tonight is opening tip-off of the National Basketball Association.
Yes, sir.
One of the big four sports leagues across America, according to some, maybe not according to all, depends on who you talk to. But there's a certain team in the league that neither you or I exactly have an affinity for.
What on earth is good about Oklahoma City?
Not much.
Name me one thing that's positive about Oklahoma City.
It's a city in Oklahoma.
You know, I'll give them that. Like, at least they were very just like direct. Dude, that shows you how bad Oklahoma is. They're so uncreative. They name the city like after the state. And now people could be like, oh, but New York City. No, they named the state after the city. Okay? It wasn't the other way around. And you're going to tell me that? Oklahoma City. I mean, shout out to the softball World Series, college softball World Series. You know, my boy Blake Hurst down there. Put some respect on the name of the manager. Show off the ring, baby. Come on, UCLA till we die right there. Let's go. But other than that, there's not much of a positive that I see rolling with Oklahoma City, and a positive that's better than, of course, Seattle, Washington. And as a kid, folks, you might already know the story, but the team was stolen from me. They really were. And I've always wished that they would never win. You know, I probably hate them. I don't hate them as much as the Yankees, of course, right? But definitely up there. And I never wanted to see them succeed. And the fact that they won a championship, that really just grinds my gears. I got no problem with anybody on the team, even the fan base, even the city, man. It just feels disrespectful to the Pacific Northwest. And I think I got to stand up and stand down on business. You know what I'm saying?
I think that's right. I think you're in the right position here. I think you got to stand on business. The Oklahoma City Thunder, it's just like one of those teams. You know, I don't know if you've ever done this, but I think we used to do it together in college. So you probably done this. We play that Sporkle quiz where you got to try to name all Big Four sports teams in a matter of 12 minutes. It's a bit of a challenge.
I don't know this, but I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, all right. So it's a challenge to name all Big Four sports teams in a matter of 12 minutes. Because that's a lot of teams, 4 leagues.
Yeah, that's a lot.
30 to 32 teams per league. So you're naming a lot. But it's also hard because what is Oklahoma City, right? How are you supposed to remember that when you got the New Yorks, the LAs, the Philadelphias, the Chicagos, the Bostons? It's way easier to come up with the teams, and then you got Oklahoma City Thunder. Who's going to remember that?
But you know what pisses me off? What is Seattle most known for, bro?
Rain and Starbucks.
Rain! And they named them the fucking Thunder. How disrespectful is that?
It is pretty rude. I mean,
but
they didn't want to go with the tornadoes. They could have done that.
And I hate how you even say Starbucks right there, because this is an interesting story. Guess who owned the Supersonics? Howard Schultz. And guess what he did? He sold them to a guy who said he was going to move the team. So Howard Schultz is kind of public enemy number one. I'm sorry. I'm not calling him Chuck D, but he's public enemy number one.
Yeah. No, I don't blame you.
I don't know, man. I don't have hate for Starbucks. I really don't, because I like it that the first one's in Pike Place out there, Shut up. Throw me a fish real quick. But I don't have a ball team. That's just tough, dude. And now I got to wait till LeBron retires so they can put a team over there in Vegas so he can be part owner. Wow. Dude's 40 anyways. Shout out. Man, how the hell is he still playing?
Dude,
he really is turkey, man.
He gets better with age almost. It's like fine wine.
It's crazy.
It's crazy. But
every conversation comes back to LeBron. I don't know if I like it or dislike it, but it is true. I can't really deny it. But with that being said, come on now. Oklahoma City, I hope you lose.
Mm-hmm.
And bring back the Sonics. Feel me? I can't put it on with my hat, but this is the slickest logo out there, right? Look at that right there.
So clean.
Come on now.
So clean. The way that, man,
beautiful.
Space Needle looks great.
Beautiful. It does. It really does. It's sad, man. Very sad. Now that we got the arena, though, if you build it, they will come. Come on now.
That's right. Fingers crossed, man.
Court of Dreams, whatever you want to call it.
Court of Dreams. Well, speaking of a Court of Dreams.
That's it.
Speaking of, I think we need to get an update. It's a slightly different basketball court. It's a public gymnasium in New York City where the illustrious KMTTP, Kick Me Through the Phone kickball team competes. Why don't you give us a little bit of an update on the team?
Yeah, America's favorite kickball team. It's not up for debate. We all know what your favorite kickball team is. It's been a rough go. Team captain, coach, shout out Patina.
Yeah, Bettino went
down with the tore ankle.
Man, how's she
tore
doing?
Ankle. Hey, looking good. She came to the game, helped coach, but I don't know if it helped the blood pressure. Team was playing well. They brought a new ball last week. Really spongy.
You can't introduce a new ball mid-season.
Remember when baseball introduced the new balls, and then there was 50 extra home runs?
Yeah,
just like that. That's kind of what happened in Volo Xavier High School kickball league. They brought a new ball in just to increase the runs. But thing was flying, bro. Thing was bouncing off the walls. Cracks were released in the defense. I pride myself on a no-fly zone. LaGuardia was open last Wednesday.
What about JFK?
It was bad. Yeah, that was open too. We lost Flip Cup. We literally got 3 stocked. Point being, we're fighting right now. Every game is a playoff game here on out. We got about, I think, 3 left in the regular season, and
coming down to the wire.
KMTTP's got to turn around. This used to be a well-oiled machine, right? No WD-40 needed. This thing was just plugging and chugging, and we were moving along in the regular season. No championships to speak of yet, but that's the aspirations this year, and now we're fighting for a playoff spot. So we hope Patina can come back, help be strong, But
yeah,
hey, dog, we're really out here. We need it.
Listen, I mean, it sucks to be in that position when you're on the bubble, when you're fighting, but when you get the chance to just show out, put all the passion out there, blood, sweat, and tears, do whatever it takes. This is when you get to really see what type of team that you are. This is where you see what you're made of.
I don't think people understand that. I didn't have an opportunity to play kickball where I was from, And so for me, this is bigger than a game, right? When I see that ball rolling down, that's opportunity. That's not a ball. That's an opportunity.
That's right.
You know what I mean? And I get to represent the family. and go out there and play the game we love.
That's right. Yeah, you got to, like I said,
that's the way it's got to be. It's a mindset change, man.
As long as you get the whole team on board, team captain here, bring everybody's spirits, get everybody in the game, keep your head in the game. We're looking up. We're looking up for KMTTP. We're looking forward to the rest of the season.
Yeah, wow. Todd closing it out with a little smash mouth right there. That was gorgeous. Come on, I felt like I was in the swamp. Sometimes when I'm kicking, I feel like I'm in the swamp, bro. I'm just trying to get out. Actually, I'm not trying to get out. I'm trying to get safe. But you feel this is just
good pull.
I'm pushing myself in a deeper hole right now.
Yeah, we might have to dig ourselves out of this one. So we're gonna, on the topic of playoffs, on the topic of out versus safe. Yes. Like I said, we're recording this on October 21st. Something happened last night in the world of Major League Baseball. Yes. We have officially determined the World Series 2025 matchup. We've got the Los Angeles Dodgers and the Toronto Blue Jays going head-to-head. Blue Jays first time back in the big game, back in the Fall Classic in 32 years. Last time they were there, they beat the Phillies. Fuck the Blue Jays. Never going to root for you. But I also got a question for you, Nick. So it's very well documented that you are a New York Mets fan, but you do hail from the Pacific Northwest. And, man, what a tragic way to go down for those M's. Never been there before, and the Seattle Mariners just couldn't get it done. Yeah,
it was really sad. I was really pulling for the city, especially last night. Shout out Seattle. We were just talking about it. Was hoping for the Mariners to make that one work. Proves how hard it is. I actually didn't agree, if we're really going to get into techniques, I didn't agree with the managerial decisions at all. I would have kept that starter in. He was rolling.
Yeah,
let him slide. Come on now. But,
there were a few questionable
it is what decisions. It is. You could tell they wanted it. It was an away game. That was tough, bro. That was tough. Granted, it wasn't the Mets, so it is what it is. But I know a lot of the homies back home probably didn't have a great day today. So we're thinking of you.
That's right.
That's probably the WD-40 for a lot of the people. Hopefully they're listening to the podcast. A lot of people who should be listening to the podcast, that's probably their WD-40 of the day.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I don't think it was the Mariners' fault, man. I think they showed out. Like the Mets, I was mad because they didn't have it, they didn't give it. The Mariners gave it this year. That was a fun team to watch.
They were a ton of fun to watch. I mean, Cal Raleigh, MVP candidate, 60 dingers in the regular season, plus
he better win.
Plus another 5 in the postseason. Dude, he's got my vote without a doubt. I think there's so much more that goes into MVP voting than just the numbers on the field. Sure, Judge beats him in every statistical category, but who you got? Aaron Judge?
Aaron Judge.
Uh-huh. I will say, when you look at the numbers, he leads in damn near every single statistical category, offensively and defensively. But there's just so much more that goes into an MVP vote than just the numbers, in my opinion. I mean, the Mariners wouldn't have been the Mariners this year if it weren't for Cal Raleigh. They wouldn't have 3 all-star starting pitchers this year if it weren't for Cal Raleigh. They wouldn't have sold as many big dumper t-shirts if it wasn't for Cal Raleigh. Like, that dude did so much for that team this year, so much for the city. Yeah. I really was hoping, I was pulling out for them, hoping that they were going to get the job done. I mean, they came out swinging in the first 2 games in Toronto, took 2 games.
They really did kind of blow it, man.
But it's a 7-game series for a reason, right? I mean, this is where you want to see the best teams succeed. And at the end of the day, I don't have the exact numbers in front of me, but over the course of a 7-game series, the Mariners as a team hit like 215, 215 versus the Blue Jays who hit like damn near 300. That's what's going to win you ball games, is you got to put the bat on the ball.
I can't lie. I love that Toronto team, bro.
They're fun to watch.
They can play ball.
Because they play like good old school baseball. Like I said, it's put the bat on the ball. Dude, put the ball in play. Make the defense earn the out. They're not swinging for the fence every time. Yeah, George Springer hit a fucking nuke last night. But
if you ever pissed off, go watch the ALDS 2025 highlights of the Toronto Blue Jays smoking the New York Yankees. Bro, they gave them the work.
That was a wave.
That was beautiful.
That was a fun series.
Yankees lose. That was beautiful. Beautiful.
Vladdy And Big Poppy right there. Da Yankee lose. It was so good, dude.
It's gorgeous. That's exactly what I was. See, okay, so I was pretty upset last night. I obviously wanted the M's to take it. Then I had two realizations. One, we don't have to get political, but folks, America ain't doing it right now. And I used to shit on Canada. I'm all about my homies up north right now. And they're not getting the respect. They are not the 51st state. They are the maple leaf, and they're strong. Mm-hmm. And I hope they come into America and whip some ass. I do. So, boom, that. Second, I don't know if you saw that Ontario ad during the game where it was crazy, dog.
I did not.
It's an ad. You don't know who's promoting it. Mm-hmm. And the guy's speaking, and they're not showing who's speaking. But the whole premise, and you got to look this up if you haven't seen it yet. This is coming from an advertiser, so come on now. But they're talking about how tariffs are bad and they'll ruin the country. Talking about America. Turns out it's a speech from Ronald Reagan back in the day talking about how tariffs don't work. And then the ad was sponsored by Ontario, Canada.
Wow.
Like it was like the travel agency or something. Crazy.
Making a statement right there.
They have been making this more than a ball game. Okay. So then two things though. One, the MLB might have been doing this for the marketing purposes, and so they didn't want Seattle to win because they want East and West teams. So, Rob Manfred, you have to speak on that. Two, though, then I saw a post this morning, bro. I didn't even think about it. I didn't even think about this. And someone posted, and they said, man, LA versus Toronto. Where have I seen that before? And I was like, where did I see that before?
Oh.
And I didn't realize. I kind of forgot what was going down here. Okay, hey,
now
you already know who I was rolling with in this battle.
I mean, that was a no-brainer.
I'm all on the 6 this time. That was a no-brainer. Okay, not like us. We took over. Come on now, but Drake has a rebound chance, right? If he drops Iceman. You know, like if the Blue Jays win and he dropped like a hard ass album, is this Drake's comeback? Like, and they got to get both of them to do the promo. I don't know if they're gonna do. I don't know if Kendrick's gonna really go down that route. But
you got to take about
that's crazy.
100 steps back there and remember who you just spoke about no more than 2 minutes ago. The commissioner's Rob Manfred. You think he's going to get Drake and Kendrick in on an ad for the World Series? No chance, dude.
I don't know. But bro, this is right up. And not even. I don't even think. I don't even know if I need an MLB sponsor. If you're on Drake's team and you're on Kendrick's team,
now that's interesting.
This is an opportunity.
That's an interesting one.
And I don't think Kendrick takes advantage of it. I think Drake could. I think Drake's got to get out there. He's got to be all over the Blue Jays. But imagine if they win and they beat the Dodgers, who, by the way, I don't know if anybody saw. It's wraps. The Dodgers are going to sweep the series, and I'll tell you why. They won that game against Milwaukee to go to the World Series and just high five. Did you see that?
It was the most nonchalant.
They did it like it was a normal Tuesday.
It was the most nonchalant thing
Lord,
ever.
They're
Dude,
not even.
No. The thing that really ticked me off about them, though, did you see Dave Roberts, the manager? You see his comments in the post-game presser?
No.
He goes,
no.
I don't have it verbatim in front of me, but he goes something along the lines of, why don't we win 4 more and really ruin the sport? In reference to all their deferred contracts and the fact that they just pay a gazillion dollars to a bunch of Japanese players, but they don't actually pay them. Like their payroll this year is nothing compared to the amount of guys under salary that they have. So I'm not a fan of that.
Money.
It is all Bobby money. We love Bobby. We got to make sure that he sees his contract through. No, but I can't. In the future, man, if we could, you want to spend the money, you want to buy your team a championship, then you got to buy them today.
I agree. No more deferred. The only deferred contract that should ever exist is Bobby Bonillas, and that should keep going.
Bobby's
once Bobby dies, I want his son, I want his grandson, I want me getting $1 million every year to represent Bobby Bonilla.
Now,
so I don't care what it is.
But that
needs to happen. So and that's a story for another day. We'll get on the Bobby story another day. But look up deferred contracts if you want, folks. Maybe we'll jump on that ship another day. But yes, I'm with you. I'm with you, T. I don't like it. The only positive with the Dodgers, there's only one positive. and it's one of their starting pitchers, Blake Snell, who is a former Montgomery Biscuit.
That's right.
I love to see my Biscuits doing well. And Blake Snell, randomly from the Pacific Northwest. So shout out.
He is. I
hope Blake Snell gets his, but
he is a PNW native. We love to see that. Did you see? Now, again, forgive me. I don't have it in front of me. I don't know the name of the Dodgers AAA affiliate, but I believe they are the Chihuahuas.
El Paso, sure.
So
I think that used to be San Diego.
That would make sense.
San Diego's team.
Sure. But so Blake Snell this year had one rehab start with the Chihuahuas, and they go ahead and post, good luck to Chihuahua. Good luck to Chihuahuas alum Blake Snell in the World Series. I was cracking up, dude.
That's a good one. I'll have to give it to him.
So
no, they're
funny.
the Oklahoma City Comets.
So then I don't know.
AAA team. Maybe he played on the Chihuahuas at some point.
It could have. Either way, wherever I saw it, it was so funny. He had one rehab start with the team, and they're posting about him going to the World Series. Man, I loved it.
That is gorgeous. Shout out we all know we love minor league ball here. Big fans of minor league ball. Go Biscuits.
Always. Go Biscuits. Go Rainiers. Love to see it.
Yes. Hey.
Shout out Tacoma.
Come on now.
Well, I got one last thing. I got one last thing for you in this just interlude and some breaking news around the world. And it also has to do with the Pacific Northwest.
Yes, sir.
Good old Amazon, biggest company in the world. I'm sure you experienced AWS, Amazon Web Services. They were out for 15 hours yesterday. Like a third of the internet went down because of this.
Yes.
I mean, I feel like as a PNW native, you got something to say on that.
I do. One, I was actually in Chicago during this time period.
It's interesting.
I was supposed to come home on Sunday.
Yep.
But here's the deal. My flight gets delayed / canceled. Has nothing to do with AWS randomly, and it has nothing to do with TSA being down. And you already know I'm pre-checked, but hey, check it. The plane had to go over some weather turbulence area. Captain comes out, like the pilot. She's like, hey, I can't fly this joint. It doesn't have the material. So we just had to shut it down. So big ups to getting paid for a hotel by an airline. Shout out that.
That's nice.
That's always a good time, okay? Travel credit too, the whole 9 yards.
That's
racking
good.
It up. So shout out American Airlines for the travel credit, okay? Boom. So me, I wasn't at work during the AWS shutdown. I didn't experience it, so I really don't have much to say on it. But I do have to say this. Microsoft in when was this? August, fired my boy. Let him go. It wasn't his fault. But let go of my boy, Daksh Vatwani.
Oh.
Big marketer there. And now guess what? He applied for some of the jobs over there at Amazon, and guess what they did? They haven't hired the boy.
The hell?
And you think there's not a coincidence for the AWS shutdown and not hiring Daksh Vatwani?
I mean, those two seem like two extremely highly correlated items.
Yes, it is. Because he doesn't have a job, and AWS shut down, and they didn't give him a job. So the way I look at it is Bezos, I don't think he's running anymore. Whoever's running the damn thing, you messed up. You had a golden opportunity to protect all of your clients, and you didn't do it. So, to me, that's it. Microsoft's next on the list. They're going to shut down too. They don't have Daksh Vatwani on payroll.
Dude, it's
a very simple thing to do.
If they shut down, then another third of the internet will go down with Microsoft Azure, dude. Then that just leaves us with Google. Can we really rely on Google?
That's it. Nah, because Oracle's got our back, bro. Big Larry Ellison's going to step up and do something crazy.
Hopefully,
you already know.
Hopefully,
I maybe it's an inside job. I don't know, but I'm just saying. I think there's a heavy correlation from Daksh not having a job and AWS shutting down.
Shout out Daksh.
I think he would have solved it.
Shout out Daksh. Yes. Wishing him well in the job market these days. Not always easy.
He's got to be the happiest unemployed man I've ever met. But that's still.
That's what
boy
we
needs
love
a
to
job,
hear.
and you got to employ the boy. Yeah, you enjoy your time, but like employ the boy, okay? And I'm upset at that. That's crazy.
I get it. I got you. Well, hey, you alluded to the fact that fortunately, it wasn't due to AWS, but you had a little bit of flight issues. Like I said, we didn't get the chance to record last week. Our Navidius Wilburn section of last week would have been a little bit about your trip out to Chicago, out to South Bend, a little bit of family festivities. So I don't know if you got anything to share there, how the trip went.
Family festivities. You know what I don't like?
The alliteration around here.
Why do they call it the Midwest, bro? You are so east.
Yeah.
And I know they did it because the country didn't exist yet at the time. But I we got a full map now. I don't know. I don't know about the Midwestern, but it is what it is. Shout out Chicago though. I don't really like the Cubs and the fan base out there in terms of sports related, but that's a clean city.
It's a good one.
It's a gorgeous city. Architect, the skyline's got to be top 2, top 3, Mount Rushmore skyline. Let's put it that way.
Definitely a Mount Rushmore skyline. Probably top 2. It's probably
I go top 2 as well. Yes, I go top 2, and we all know what number 1 is. But I go top 2. I do. Memorable, all that. Mm-hmm. So, shout out Chicago, man. Had a great time there. Can't understate how clean. It's just wow. When you come from New York, you just see trash everywhere.
Everywhere.
Like, damn.
And they do a good job out there.
But then I miss it, bro. I'm like, where's the trash can?
They suck you in. Dude.
I don't know. It just doesn't feel right. Yeah, but I don't know. But it was
so
cool.
Used to seeing the rats on the subways.
It's true. Yeah, I didn't take the L train, unfortunately. I wanted to take the L train. See what that's like.
I don't think you're really missing much by not taking that train, though.
I mean, probably. I just like going to cities and taking in the public transit just to see what they're like, see if they're really about it. See if you can do Apple Pay. Some of these cities I go to, bro, like Philly, you can't do that Apple Pay. You have to buy the freaking physical car. I'm like,
I think it's pretty well accepted that SEPTA is one of the worst public transit systems for a metropolitan area.
Yeah. Also, what's the name? SEPTA?
Yeah.
Like SEPTA? Like, what are we doing here? I don't know.
Southeastern Pennsylvania.
The L?
Like I
took an L? Bro, that did not age well. They didn't know that they were going to get cooked later in life. That did not age well. That's cool. But then, like, the masses, imagine if the subway was just a big L. Like, everyone would just be like, yo, that's an L. And they do, because the L you got to take to Brooklyn. It's like, that's an L.
Take it. It's a real train.
That would just be a big meme, like a huge meme. So I get it. You know what I mean? So that's what it is. Yeah, I had to go down to South Bend, see Notre Dame play USC.
It's a big game. That was a huge game, dude.
Big game.
Huge
playoff
game.
Implications, folks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, right. Early season, too. Mid-season, getting close to it. But, man, that was a great game. I was watching that one on TV. That's just that rivalry never gets old, dude. It's the one.
Yeah, it doesn't really make sense. I was thinking about that. I was like, how did this random Catholic school in Indiana, in like middle of nowhere Indiana, become rivals with this, big LA school? It really doesn't make sense.
So I don't have the background on where the rivalry began, but I am very well aware of how deep this rivalry runs. But I got one bone to pick with it. It's the fact that anytime the USC Notre Dame game is played in South Bend, it is done early half of the season. Always first half of the season. Got to get Indiana before the weather gets too cold. But then when the game is played out in LA, they're perfectly fine playing in the second half of the season. I think those Trojans are scared to play in the snow, dude. They don't want to come to Indiana in December.
That's what it is.
They don't want to do it. I think that's a load of crap. That's a load of crap.
Nah, it is fake as hell. I'll be the first to say, I really have no skin in this game anymore, okay? You know what I mean? I made an academic mixtape, and Notre Dame said that I wasn't good enough, so I'm not supporting them, okay? I'm not Catholic either. I'm not supporting it. But I'll say this. If you don't even know either side, those stuck up, I'm going to say it, little bitches down there in L.A. don't want to come up to South Bend in November
because
it's too cold.
They can't handle it.
bruh. I'm almost more mad at Notre Dame for accepting that. Like,
dude,
come on.
This is football. This is college football.
Yeah, I mean, what are we doing?
Like, it's
then
an
at least play it
sport.
mid-year every time. But they play Notre Dame at home last game of the year when it's in LA, but they won't do that in South Bend.
Crazy.
That's ridiculous. You're right.
That's something that grinds my gears. All right, it's
it
just
does.
What's up with this scheduling, man? I don't know. Anyway, I had to get that out there. But
hey, get it off your chest, bro. Let it out.
I'm glad you had a good trip. Hey, on the spins and flips section, got any polls from Chicago? How'd that one go?
Yeah, so shout out Chicago. You already know I had to go down and get my work in. So welcome to the spin section of the program. Right here, I was up in Evanston, Northwestern University. Took a walk around there and went to one of the record stores, Vintage Vinyls. And I won't say that this one's vintage, but it's going with the flow of what we got going on today. So if you're reading this, it's too late. You are in a 6 man like I'm Lou. You feel me? So yeah. Put the hands up. We're going. Look I wasn't playing any Drake, any Toronto records this past week. I was all in on the Mariners. Mm-hmm. That doesn't mean I was listening to Macklemore. Okay, shout out the Heist. Doesn't mean I was listening to Macklemore. Even if Fox plays every single Macklemore song every time there's a Seattle highlight ever, which we've always talked about. At least they played some Nirvana this year.
That's good.
It's bad. They're very basic with it. Okay, but now look, I'm all about Kendrick winning that beef. I'm all about what Kendrick had to do. I purposely went and saw that tour.
He was on business there.
Now we're back on Drake, man. I hope he comes back with it something. I'm scared because Iceman sounded terrible so far. But look, hey, Toronto, we need you to pull through against LA real quick. So, we're playing it all. That's a classic right there. From the same record store, man, I found this joint, which might be one of the coolest covers ever because it's literally just me in the record store.
That's you and the records. That's you and the homies.
Yeah, that's just me and the homie. And then there's well, you could call him Turkey, but it's not. It's more. He kind of looks like a plum, honestly. But it's a cat in the record store. But just the vibe of a photo. This is some DJ Shadow. This was made in 1996. Just samples and beats right here. So shout out. Not much more to say. So the album's called Endtroducing. It's not introducing like end. It's the end. Endtroducing.
Oh, okay.
So check that out if you want a little beat. Boom. Right here. Next one. This is from a record store called Sugar. You know I love that. Come here. Oh, wait. I got to say it like this. Oh, wait. Let me put this down right here. You know Sugar. You know how it is now. You feel me? So that's the way it goes.
I don't know if I got it, but it sounds like, come on, Sugar. It's time to hit the record store.
Nah, there it is.
I think I got it.
You got it second time around.
Good. Okay, so next record. I've been looking everywhere for this crazy cover. I know.
Man.
This is the Barter 6. If you remember this joint right here, this is Young Thug's coming out party. Okay? They just put this one on vinyl. Hey, you want a song off this one? Check is probably the big one, but knocked off with Birdman. Yeah. And this is when Birdman started getting the beef with Lil Wayne, and they was trying to release the Carter 6, Carter 5 era. And so this guy, I don't know why Young Thug even got involved, but he named his album The Barter 6. That's what's up. Oh, here we go. Chicago legend, Polo G. He's younger than us, but Polo G, Chicago legend. If you know this right here, this is my favorite one of his albums. Found this randomly on vinyl. The song Through the Storm. Beautiful song. This is like that trap soul right here. So
he's got
shout out to Polo G.
Man of talent right there.
Yes, it is. Through the Storm, actually, if anyone's inquiring, did make the Popeyes playlist. Popeyes playlist, of course, is just the hardest songs of all time. And you need a playlist when you go to Popeyes and when you eat Popeyes and you take home the holy trinity of the 5-piece chicken tenders, Cajun fries, and a biscuit with an orange drink. So for me, this right here, that he made it. So shout out Polo G. And in Chicago, getting the Polo G record, that was tough. This one was for the girls, you feel me, but mostly for my girl because Andrea wanted it. But This is that new Sabrina Carpenter, crazy cover, by the way.
Yeah.
Man's best friend. I don't know too much about this record, but
well, like you said,
pop action.
Like you said, it is for the girls. My girl LB, she's a big fan of that album. We took a listen through it together. You give this one a listen. You let me know. There's some.
Yeah.
She's got some lyrics. That's for sure.
Oh yeah, I knew Ty was gonna love that. I like the short and sweet, or what was it called? The first record. So I'm intrigued to listen to this. I like how she makes concise joints. You could get through it pretty quickly, but she's not like a lot of these people. I think like a Taylor, they're just putting everything out there. She's at least going, I think, like focused on the quality. So
yeah, she's selective
Sabrina
for sure.
in that regard.
She's also people don't really remember, but she's been on the scene for a while. Like she's been big on these last 2 or 3 albums or so. But if you take a look back at her discography, dude, I mean, there's some songs that you don't even, I don't have my phone, you don't even realize that it's
I definitely
doesn't even sound like the way that she does now. Like she's matured so much as an artist. I mean, shout out, we'd love to see it.
Good for her. But this is the last one, folks, and this is the prize possession of the trip right here. If y'all know, y'all know. Feel me? Shout out my girl SZA. But this right here is her first ever album called Z. This is not printed on vinyl in America, okay? And I randomly found this at a record store called Dusty Groove in Chicago. This is not even the right cover. This is an alternative cover, and this is a test pressing to see if they wanted to print it all the way in Australia. So promotional use only, manufactured and pressed in Australia. I don't know how this made it to Chicago.
Seriously.
But I found this joint. I was freaking out. Because you look it up online, you can't even find this thing. So it's going for crazy. But the album's weird. Like, if you know SZA, this is not what you expect. Mac Miller produced a lot of this during Mac Miller's like drugged out era. And so, yeah, there's some crazy tracks on here. You're going to be like, what the hell? But
if a vinyl could tell stories, I would love to hear how this one got all the way from Down Under into, what was that? Dusty Grooves?
Dusty Groove.
Dude, what a name for a record store.
Yeah, this is a Dusty Groove. Yeah, beautiful. Dusty Groove.
Man, I love that.
Off Milwaukee Ave. You know what? Why are we naming streets in the cities after other cities? And why are we naming cities after other cities? Like, why is there 2 Portlands? Milwaukee Ave. There's Michigan Ave in Chicago.
Dude,
come on.
I
don't know. I don't love that.
There's a Springfield. There's a Springfield in like 38 of the 50 states. Dude, it's crazy. I don't know how we let that happen.
But at least that was descriptive. Like, I found a field in the spring.
I guess.
Like, at least that says something.
You know the one that I think is probably most ubiquitously confusing? Miami, Ohio.
Yeah.
Why do we got a Miami in Ohio? That doesn't make sense.
No, you're right, dude. You're right. Because Portland, now I think about it, like a Portland. That's pretty descriptive, too.
Right, and Miami, you got them on both coasts, right? You got a Portland on the east and a Portland on the west, and it makes a lot of sense. Yeah. And then you got a Miami, southern tip of Florida, and then you got one in the Midwest. Why?
Nah, that doesn't work.
I'm not a fan. Not a fan.
Miami of Ohio has a lot of squirrels, by the way, if you're ever wondering, folks.
Dude, any college town. I have said this. I will die on this hill. College towns have more squirrels, and college towns have black squirrels. I had never seen a black squirrel in my life. They got
mad black squirrels.
I had never seen a black squirrel in my life until I got to Syracuse, where we went to college. Now, I've seen them a little bit here and there.
What a take. Because I was in South Bend, man, and like Andrea's like, why do these squirrels got tie-dye? And I was like, man, I don't. They were cool looking. They were like amber squirrels.
Dude, they're here for the academics. Like, squirrels are smarter than we think. They just hang out in college towns.
Nah, bro. I just thought of it. They literally had redheads at Notre Dame, but the redheads were squirrels. Bro, even the squirrels are Irish, dog. I bet some motherfuckers got freckles underneath. That's crazy.
That's wild, dude.
Yo, this takes nuts. You right, though. All these college towns just have mad squirrel.
Dude. Everyone who's listening, all of our dedicated 6 fans that we got, next time you're in a college town, be on a lookout for the squirrels, dude. They're everywhere.
Yeah, wherever y'all went to school, let us know. Yeah, Syracuse has squirrels for real. That's fact.
Man, they're everywhere.
Damn. I just remember like Miami of Ohio, that tour, like they were like, oh, there's so many squirrels here. It's crazy. But now that I think about it, like, yeah, you just notice squirrels everywhere. Yo, that's awesome. I love that. I really love that. Shout out all the squirrel.
What a good
Now, you
way.
know what? I don't understand this either. Why do people hate rats and then love squirrels?
It's an interesting question.
I mean, I guess squirrels don't really go in your house and do all that.
Squirrels are,
I don't know.
I would argue that squirrels are less destructive, but they can do some damage here and there. You know what it probably honestly comes down to, and you know, we don't always want to admit it, but it's the same reason, you know, it's the fact that they're a little cute sometimes, you know? They're sticking nuts in their cheeks and they got the fluffy tail. It's the same way with like, dude, no one would, on paper, you look at a trash panda, you look at a raccoon, but then you're like, wait a second. They're like kind of chunky and they got a fluffy tail and they got these tiny little hands. And it's like, well, maybe you're actually a little bit cute.
I always like trash pandas. Yep. I always liked them except for when they named a minor league team after them because Huntsville doesn't got it like Montgomery does.
No, we don't like those trash pandas. But dude, I mean, your everyday raccoon. I like a raccoon. I'm cool with the raccoon.
Do. But I gotta eat too. And I'm not eating the food in the garbage.
It's all you, dude.
He's helping. Does that help the environment? I don't even know. But if he is, great. What are we doing here?
Interesting question.
You know?
I don't know.
But I just got an argument that like a mouse can be just as cute. Like a rat's just doing what it's got to do. Rat's just a bad name, dude. I think that's what hurts the rat. Like if squirrels were named rats and rats. Oh, hang on now. I just screwed that up. Oh Lord. If rats were named squirrels and squirrels were named rats, I think this would be a different story. Squirrel's just a cool name too.
Yeah.
Like no one ever told him the home and then was called a squirrel.
You got a Q.
You know? Like what did a rat ever do? Do rats really just rat each other out? Like when have you ever seen a rat be like pointing its head or its whiskers to the wall to let you know where the other rats are living? Like they've never done that, dog.
I feel like I could be wrong, but I feel like rats are kind of like solitary animals. I feel like you don't really see rats.
That's what I'm saying.
You don't see them chill, but that's another reason why they don't get the kind of love, dude. Because squirrels, you see squirrels and they're playing with each other, they're chasing each other.
They don't like.
You see some field mice, dude. Like I got some field mice that live out in like literally out in the grass out here, and you see them. They're jumping around with each other. They're having a good time. Raccoons, dude, they move in packs. They move in little families, and they're all just like kind of. They're kind of chilling. Like, dude, rats. Maybe they just don't give off a friendly vibe.
Nah. Well, one time I was walking in Central Park at night and I turned the corner and I swear there was like 10 to 15 of the raccoons just popping off right there.
Easy, dude.
It's kind of scary. Like, that's a big boy. Like, if they all decided to like, hey, I want this kid's leg tonight, it wouldn't have been a fun maneuver. I was kind of like, damn. I was just talking to him like, hey, what's popping?
The thing is, they...
But it was, I don't know.
In the Northeast, the raccoons, it's probably everywhere, but I can really only speak from my experience. In the Northeast, they're so like desensitized to humans. Like they don't care. Like they will walk right up to you. Like they will touch you. Like if you got food in your hand, they'll try to take it straight out your hand. Like raccoons are, they're not gonna back down. So
they're kind of built different, huh?
I think so.
Damn.
I mean, speaking of not backing down.
Shout out all the raccoons.
Shout out to the raccoons. And speaking of not backing down, I think that takes us to our inspiration for this week. I'd love to. I need you to raise my spirits here, Nick. Tell me what you got going.
So, folks, I was in Chicago. I was in South Bend. We're talking about this football game. I was at that football game, and if you didn't watch, very rainy, poor,
different kind of rain than what you
wet as could be. Yes, it was crazy. I thought I was in a hurricane. Thought I was in one of them weather storms. Then I thought I was in a tsunami. I didn't know where I was, and I forgot that I was landlocked. So it is what it is. Here's the deal. Something I hate the most in my life. And so this is an extra WD-40 for the people. An umbrella. One of the worst inventions of all time, the umbrella.
Dude.
Okay?
What was Riri
The
singing
umbrella.
about?
The only good thing that's ever come from the umbrella is the Rihanna song. That's it. I was just about to say it. The only good thing. The umbrella comes up, you walk, you hit people with it, it just drips. It doesn't even do what it's really supposed to do. Yo, put on a damn rain jacket. Invest, go get it. But now this is where my inspiration comes in. To all the people out there, I was in the stadium. Now one person had an umbrella and it was pouring, and guess what? We weren't even that wet. You know why? A poncho. What you know about a poncho? Okay. And then I started thinking about it and I said, why do people not wear ponchos around in the city? You know what makes the city terrible is when people use an umbrella. But you know what makes the city great? If we were using a poncho. Because a poncho was tough. You can just throw it over. You could do a one-time use poncho. Shout out one-time poncho. Or you could do the joint where you dry it off. You're good. You can put designs on it. You can color it. Bam. Yo, poncho, I think is the next wave. I think we need to invest and really promote the poncho. And this is what I want to say. And this is where the inspiration comes in. The poncho lets you feel it. Okay? An umbrella is fake. The umbrella is trying to stop the inevitable from happening, even though it's happening. A poncho lets it happen. It still protects you.
It lets you
and
feel
lets
it,
you,
though.
It lets you feel it. It lets you feel it. But it still keeps you dry. And so your spirit is happy. And so, folks, be more like a poncho and less like an umbrella.
I thank you for that inspiration. And I know for our avid listeners that's typically where we end the episode. Dude, I might need to go off on it. Dude, it lets you feel it.
First, I don't even own a poncho.
So,
dog.
Dude, so Rihanna's singing about the umbrellas. You got Natasha Bedingfield letting you feel the rain on your skin. That's what the poncho does, man. Feel the rain on your dude.
Todd, what's your go-to karaoke? What's your go-to karaoke song? What's your go-to karaoke song?
Answer that question.
Natasha Bedingfield.
I mean, there are photos, and luckily they are photos, not videos. There are photos of me belting that at the top of my lungs from some high school, mission trips and things of that nature. Thank God they're photos. But man, I could put that on karaoke, no problem. I don't need a screen, dude.
So's Umbrella. I will give the credit where credit's due.
It's a good one. It's a good one. But man, it lets you feel. Nick, I think we need to give ourselves a reminder. What do we call this podcast? This isn't just the interlude podcast. This is the idea to an idea. Did we just find our idea?
The idea to an idea. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. We might have to invest in some umbrellas.
Not umbrellas. We need ponchos, dog.
Oh, my bad. Sorry. Rihanna really in my head. That is a damn catchy song. I can't lie.
You're thinking too much.
But that is a damn catchy song. But ponchos are a much more fun word. A poncho.
It's a good word. Man, I love that.
Easy to stuff in the closet.
I love that.
I'm just saying, I think we need to do away with the umbrella. I've been saying it for a while.
I'll entertain the idea. I will. I think we found the idea to an idea.
But what about this, Todd? I don't know. I can't really sing too well, but you could stand under my poncho. Like, that's fire, though.
It's harder to share a poncho, but we might have to get one time on the track and we can make a song about ponchos.
But that's more sexy, though. Stand in my poncho, not under my umbrella. Like, in my poncho.
I mean, man,
I'm also look. The movies,
you're touching bodies.
Movies, it's raining and you have the last kiss and it's underneath the umbrella.
Yeah,
but that's not real. You know what's real? A poncho. And
now I just
you're gonna be wet. You're gonna feel it.
Now you just picture the ending of the next Hallmark movie, and there's two people standing out in the rain, getting ready to kiss for the first time, but one of them is in a translucent neon green and the other's a translucent blue poncho, and they're just going, I don't know, poncho. Man.
But,
I don't know, man.
See, that's the one negative is people think that it makes your fit look worse. We just got to normalize the poncho.
Like you said, we got to put designs on it. We got to make them cool. We could do it.
But it's easy. It's a very easy thing to do, and I think you can make it out of recycled materials, and that's that.
Valid.
So, for me, be more like a poncho, less like an umbrella. That's the way it goes.
And with that, folks, Nikki, why don't you take us out?
Well, folks, I think that concludes, this episode of the Interlude Pod. I'm Nick D. That boy's Todd. Thank you for tuning in. We hope you enjoyed listening to this episode half as much as we enjoyed making it for you.
Because we had a ball. And only real ideas, especially ideas about ponchos, are going to last. All of the bullshit is here today and gone tomorrow.
And without further ado, good night, Connecticut.
Good night, New York.